Now, more on our lead story. Henry Bolton saying he's going nowhere. He's staying as UKIP leader. Let's go to UKIP's former education spokesman, David Kurten, who joins me from Westminster. The NEC said yesterday, no confidence. You are one, I think, now of 11 people who've left the front bench of the party. This is a mess, isn't it?
Well, it's extraordinary situation. Everyone expected Henry Bolton to be, a figure of stability when he came into the leadership in September. But we've just had one debacle after another this year in January, and I think it's not just the NEC that's lost confidence in him. It's not just the spokesman in his team who've lost confidence, but the party membership as a whole, the people in the grassroots. And there's so many letters and emails going around to me and other people who had senior positions in his team saying, he's got to go. We don't like what he's done. We don't like how he's the situation in his life, his private life, which does reflect on the party. And speaking personally as education spokesman, I've done a lot of work to build bridges between UKIP and church groups, family groups, children's groups, and a lot of that has just been jeopardised by what people see, and people don't want anything to do with the party at the moment while he's still the leader.
What specifically was it that happened that made you think, I can't work with this anymore?
As I said, the work I've been doing as an education spokesman, in the London Assembly as well, is to try to build links with other people in the community, to try to improve UKIP's image in a way. We have so much purpose in UKIP.
I know that's what you've been doing, but what was it about him? The well-publicised text from his then-girlfriend, he then split up with her. What is it about what he's done that you are so objecting to?
Well, I think, yes, he did split up with her, but then he was seen with her later on, having, a dinner and so on with her in the Liberal Club in London later on in the week, and he wrote a letter, an article for the Telegraph, wearing his heart on his sleeve, telling the public all about his private life, his feelings, and in that article he compared UKIP to the Taliban. Oh, I think that is really, quite an insult on the members and the hard-working activists who have spent years, if not decades, fighting for a referendum, fighting for Brexit, standing in local councils and putting a lot of time and money and effort into the party. They don't like to be compared to the Taliban, quite frankly, and they don't like what he's done.
I just want, looking ahead to later, the rumour is that he's going to be going on LBC Radio, the host of which is one Nigel Farage. He's taking a phone in. If you ring in, what's your question to him?
My question is why? What do you hope to achieve by staying on for another 4 weeks? I really don't see he's got any chance of surviving in the extraordinary general meeting, which will have to be within 4 weeks. I wrote to him to suggest, you can leave with dignity now. The NEC has voted unanimously to allow the membership to have a vote in an EGM. The NEC has been getting thousands of emails from members in the country, around the country. So they're reflecting the membership. I really don't think he's got much chance. Why do you not go now? Why do you want to stick it out for another 4 weeks? What do you possibly hope to achieve by that?
OK, I'm just looking at the latest odds. 4-1, Nigel Farage will be the next leader of UKIP. You're at 5-1. You're high up on the list. Would you want it? If it was available, we should stress at the moment it isn't.
Well, it's not available. Obviously, there is the small possibility, in the EGM, they will vote to keep him on as leader. I can't see that happening. Look, if there was another leadership contest, I would certainly consider throwing my name into the ring, into the hat again. So I've done so before. I came third in the previous leadership contest. I believe in this party. I believe we still have immense purpose for Brexit and for beyond. Brexit is under threat at the moment. You have Nick Clegg has written a book called How to Overturn Brexit. Brexit or something of that nature. It's the most popular book among MPs and among the Lords in Parliament. There's a lot of attempts to overturn it. We need to get our act together to start putting the message that, you know, we are going to be a successful and prosperous country. We need either a good deal for the country, or it's better to leave with no deal rather than a bad deal, which is that message has been lost because all the focus over the last couple of weeks has been on Mr. Bolton's private life. There's been nothing about Brexit. There certainly hasn't been anything about education or health or defence or anything else that's going on in the country.
David Kurten, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Big Man Tyrone here. Make sure to subscribe to the wicked awesome Robin Hood UKIP YouTube website. He exposes the leftist crops on the British brainwashing corporation. Nice.